each other. But I give Devin the edge. I think Devin is more polished. I think he's more well-rounded. And I think the longer the rounds go, the more it's going to go towards Devin.
Terence Crawford expressed his predictions for the impending fight between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney without pausing. Many believe Devin will win over Garcia due to King's erratic actions leading up to the fight. Eddie Hearn, the promoter of Dream, even proposed that King should not compete if he is not feeling well.
He needs to go into that ring 100%. And if he's not 100%, he shouldn't fight. He can be delayed, he can get some help, he can get fitter. What is it, 5 weeks to go? It's really not a long period of time. So leave it to the people that really know him.
Crawford also discussed his assessment of King R's psychological condition prior to this battle. What he has to say is this.
Because some people can be disappointed in it. Some people can say, okay, well, I'm dealing with the same thing that he dealing with as a young fighter or as a young athlete.
Prior to his fight with Devin Haney, Terence Crawford expressed concern for Ryan Garcia. But what did he say about Garcia and his impending battle? And how did Garcia react to these remarks? Stay tuned and observe as we uncover the truth in this video. Ryan Garcia was recently forewarned by former undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford that facing Devin Haney will be a difficult undertaking for him, particularly in light of his present physical and psychological state. Despite his poor mental state over the past month, Kingry has reassured fans that he is fit to face the current WBC super lightweight champion. However, Crawford made hints that Garcia should think twice before stepping into the ring against one of the most formidable fighters in the junior welterweight division. Crawford has sparred with Devin Haney in the past, so he is well aware of his abilities. In a recent interview in Puerto Rico, the pound-for-pound champion expressed his prediction about the impending bout. "I think this fight is fantastic. They are both young, hungry, and very familiar with one another from their many bouts together in the ring. They also both know just how to defeat the other." Crawford discussed this altercation, but he delivered his judgment without hesitation. Crawford thought the bout would last a long time, but I think Devin is the more skilled and well-rounded fighter. The more rounds there are, the more will go to him. Crawford also emphasized Garcia's recent lifestyle decisions, which include binge drinking and smoking large amounts of tobacco, which may jeopardize his effectiveness and well-being in the ring. Crawford has an impressive professional history of winning multiple titles and is aware of the physical and mental toughness required to compete in boxing. Because the sport is so strict about preparation and training, Garcia's alleged lifestyle choices are especially concerning. Smoking and alcohol use can both lower cardiovascular fitness. It is damaging to a boxer's ability to perform at their best for them to have slower reaction times and compromised judgment. Moreover, these practices may result in chronic health problems that could endanger Garcia's ability to pursue a successful job. Crawford, however, was asked about Garcia's recent revelation that he is drinking and consuming marijuana. He cautiously addressed Kingry's current circumstances, avoiding criticism of the young boxer's harmful habits. Crawford responded, "It takes guts for him to come out and say that, because he knows that many people look up to him and aspire to be like him. However, there are trade-offs involved, as some people may be disappointed in him and others may feel that if he can overcome the challenges he faces as a young fighter, then so can I." Crawford, however, is living his own truth and is not trying to hide behind closed doors or in the closet about who he really is. Eddie Hearn, the promoter of Devin Haney, also voiced his worries for Kingry prior to the fight. Hearn agreed that if Kingry wasn't fully recovered by April 20th, the bout should be canceled even though he thought it would happen on the planned date.
Like, sometimes you go through things. It's just like a broken arm. You just don't see it. You just gotta let it heal and then all of a sudden you come back.
Regarding Garcia's inadequate mental state, according to Hearn, "I believe that I have seen a lot of fighters go through difficulties and that I have been around a lot of people, and I have never been wrong when I have suspected that someone is having troubles." His observations on Garcia's unpredictable behavior were expressed in his words, "I just noticed mannerisms around them, and this had nothing to do with substances, but you just see something changing mentally and emotionally in their behavior." Forget about the fight, Hearn declared. "He absolutely needs to go to training camp, even though I hope he makes it into the fight. I'm concerned about the individuals he surrounds himself with. Although he's not even under my supervision, I have noticed erratic conduct in the last few days, and erratic behavior always has a cause." Hearn continued, addressing the seconds out. Although the truth is always unknown to us, it doesn't appear good at first. I thought he wasn't acting like Ryan Garcia even during the press conference, but the guys surrounding him, Golden Boy Oscar de la Hoya and Bernard Hopkins, for example, are Hearn stated that he needs to give it his all in the ring and that he is willing to postpone the fight. He shouldn't fight if he's not fully recovered. It can be postponed, but he can receive some support, see a fitter, and trust those who truly know and love him to make the best choice for the child. Luckily, Kingery had no strange episodes in the weeks leading up to the battle. He appears to be focused on the fight, which is likely the biggest of his career, and has been preparing hard. Along with addressing his previous erratic behavior, he reassured supporters of his physical and mental fitness. He clarified to followers in a recent ex-Kingery post that 99% of his antics on social media are trolling. Garcia took this action only to increase anticipation for the bout. "Look guys, I get that everybody is concerned, but at the end of the day, I got to address some things," he said to the crowd. 99% of what I do is trolling. This morning at 6 in the morning, I'm jogging 8 miles. If you smoke and drink daily, you don't have a six-pack. 99% of what I do is trolling. It's 6:00 a.m. and I'm now 8 miles away. The fight, which is now only a few days away, looks to be an entertaining matchup between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, who both look to be in excellent shape. Eddie Hearn thinks that both fighters will be giving it their all in a competitive battle. Hearn did, however, reiterate his concern about Garcia. Devin Haney will be highly dominant in the fight, according to the CEO of Matchroom Boxing, who spoke with Fight Hub TV. "You're unsure of Ryan's location. Ryan is going to be competitive if he is performing at his peak. He can punch hard, as you know. He responds well. He can match Devin Haney's style, but Devin is very concentrated. In New York, I do believe he will stop Ryan Garcia." Devin, wow. In the meantime, he threatened to destroy the kingdom, making a bold assertion. He declared, "I'm going to beat the asterisk out of him. I will defeat him to such an extent that a rematch will not be necessary. Nobody will be interested in seeing a rematch. I no longer hold much respect for him. In whatever I do, I truly am a professional. This man is a **** and a clown, and I'm removing him from the boxing ring faster than my grandmother perishes in an attempt to murder me. We'll see, he might encounter some obstacles he can't overcome because, you know what I mean, there are moments when you want something so badly." Speaking about Garcia, he seemed confident in his last interview, expressing his thoughts about his altercation with Devin on April 20. According to the boxer himself, Ryan seemed to think that it will be just another typical day. "He told me it would be one of those situations where you're like, hold my beer, what's he going to think of tomorrow?" Hit up a club that following his victory against Devin and the WBC super lightweight belt, he won't even be concerned about. In a harsh speech, he also attacked Bill Haney, his father, and the Dream for making fun of his bad mental state. "Ultimately, I am fully aware that despite your attempts to disparage me, it ultimately came down to you and your father. You people are inconsequential in the ring and hypocrites. You're going to lose to me, asterisk. That's it in this boxing game. I'm skilled at it. I guarantee you 420 it's on." Garcia also predicted the bout when he said, "I'm going to knock you the F*** out in front of the world here right there. I'm just an excellent boxer." As the underdog coming into the bout, Ryan Garcia will need to make the most of his abilities if he is to have any chance of winning. Jones underlined how crucial it was for Kingery to vary his fighting styles. He emphasized that, in addition to his deadly left hook, Garcia is at a serious disadvantage because his opponents and peers are aware of his dependence on this one weapon. Jones stated that he must employ several weapons and cannot rely solely on the left hook. Now, everyone is aware of your left-hand hook. If all you have is your left hook, it shouldn't work because, as Tank once stated, you can't beat me if that's all you have, and he didn't do it again. Devin realizes that in order to keep people from only searching for the left hook and not knowing where it's coming from, he should create a few more weapons. Jones pushed Garcia to build a more complete toolkit that included well-placed body blows, a more powerful right hand, and efficient jabs. This increase in expertise, Jones said Garcia needs to handle elite fighters like Devin Haney, who is renowned for his adaptability and technical skill in the ring. Garcia needs to show a less predictable and more varied assault approach in order to have a realistic chance against Haney, who is a difficult opponent due to his skills. This implies that you probably won't get too much early round action or any early round stoppage. We see action, but should we anticipate that while the battle rages on, the more time the combat lasts, the more we'll be able to determine who has. After considering the psychological components of the game, Jones suggested to Garcia that he adopt a different perspective, which might disturb Haney and cause him to refocus. This psychological maneuvering is a component of the greater contest of cunning that takes place in professional boxing, where physical prowess is not often as important as knowing and disrupting an opponent's cerebral game. However, what are your thoughts? Is Ryan Garcia supposed to withdraw from this fight? Will he be able to withstand Devin's wrath, who intends to exact revenge for Kingry's remarks? Tell us in the comments below. All of that for now. Remember to subscribe to and like the channel. To ensure that you never miss any more videos like this, turn on the bell for the most recent notifications. We appreciate your time and we'll see you in the next video.